10th of San Pedro. It all seems like yesterday, not far away. Young girl with eyes like the desert. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. My hair is a mess today. So if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Bro hugs for everyone. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So we do have a couple of things to go over today. Something I did not put in the title is that Omi Price is going to go to the moon pretty soon. And why do I say that? Because Elon Musk had a quick swipe of the thumb yesterday and tweeted that Tesla will soon again be able to accept Bitcoin. How does that affect Omi? Is because as Bitcoin goes higher and it had surged past that resistance level of about 39,000, it's over 40,000 right now. Other altcoins will go to the moon as well, meaning Omi. Earth 2, no crypto yet, but we did have a tweet from Shane saying that they are still trying to get phase 2 in June. Even if that doesn't happen, I believe that it will be a good while shorter than the end of the year. I was hypothesizing maybe November, December, somewhere in Q4, but if they're trying for June, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Even if they do not get to phase 2 in June, they'll probably going to be able to get it in July, August, even September. That's fine. I'm 100% okay with it. I have been checking every single day to see anything on the website, anything on the app. Just going, see if we can mine resources, anything that we can do out of the ordinary. We cannot, not as of yet. Another thing about Earth 2 is I wanted to bring up this the E2 trading cards. I'll get to Superman in a minute, but the trading cards is something that a buddy of mine, Raythax, had requested sometime last week, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a look into it. Because that's something I had pretty much overlooked. I thought it was something that, well, at the end of the day, it hadn't gotten it wasn't from Earth 2. The only NFT that was actually from Earth 2 was the Easter egg. But after thinking about it a little bit, oh, Smooch is my bae. Hi. After thinking about it a little bit, I had I guess the privilege or the foresight to be like, okay, well, it might not be the first official NFT, but it was actually the first NFT that was given the okay by Shane, by the developers. It did come out before the Easter egg, and it got their blessing. It got the blessing of Earth 2. It got the blessing of the developers. And I was like, okay, well, historically, they're going to look at that. It's like, okay, when historians go like, which was the first Pokemon? Was it Mew? Was it Arceus? Was it Bulbasaur? Or was it Rhyhorn? Or was it Rhydon? But they're thinking like, okay, well, Rhydon was actually, or was Rhyhorn, the Pokemon that was made first. That was the Pokemon that was designed first. So yes, you can make the argument Bulbasaur was number one, but Mew came before that, and Arceus came before all of them. But the actual first Pokemon was, I think, Rhyhorn or Rhydon. So in that same breath, building on that premise, piggybacking on that, is you have, okay, well, what was the actual first NFT for Earth 2? People are going to think, okay, it was the trading cards. So trading cards, meaning you have, Predict, you actually do have Shane as well, you have me, you have Ari Realty, P2Med, you have so many of these people. It's like, okay, the lowest serial numbers for that, they are going to be a lot. Again, I don't know how long it'll take, but again, historians, as this game gets bigger, they're like, oh, there's trading cards, and again, just being NFTs and being built on the Wax platform. Wax, I think, is something that is very undervalued as well. It's like, oh man, this is something that, yeah, it's just got a lot of puzzle pieces. It got the trifecta of being first. It's going to be built on Wax, which I think is going to be valuable as well. It's got a historical aspect. You could have that rarity aspect, even though like 200 were printed on the first ones. Okay, what are the lower serial numbers? Like, you have that. And the lower serial numbers are very hard to get because the first 40 were given to themselves. Like Predict was given the first 40 of hers. Tech Ops and Nameless were given the first 40 of theirs. Aria Realty, same thing. So, by the way, Aria Realty I think is going live at 11:15, so I'm going to stop around there so you guys can see him. But yeah, so you have that rarity aspect that you can only get the top 40 if you trade or buy it with someone. Raythax, I think, has a collection of a bunch of number ones. I traded Predict, I think, number 4s. I traded King Tech Ops number 11s, and Raythax actually just gave him my number 1 just because he's been the biggest supporter. of me via Patreon, via Super Chats. Like, all right, you deserve this. Um, Outside of that, for Earth 2, really not much to go over the past couple of days. Just that tweet from Shane. He could have tweeted this morning. I don't know. I didn't take a look. And then also Lone Wolf Tavern, Lone Wolf Chat. They're really cool. They're really good. I like hanging out in their Discord because all the other Discords are crazy. They're all doing something. They're all really popular. Lone Wolf Discord chat, Lone Wolf Tavern. Oh, hey, $20 super chat from Rayfax. I hope you heard that answer from me on the. Oh yeah, number one. Yep, hashtag number one. So yeah, I believe I don't know how long it'll take for those to actually reach a really good value, but I mean, Pokemon cards. It took 20 years for it to, for them to be. Oh wow, people are retiring on this. Um, but yeah, I don't think it'll take 20 years for for these E2 cards to be worth thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. It might take a little bit quicker than that, just because technology moves at such a rapid pace now. That's what I believe. But yeah, Lone Wolf Tavern, as far as the Discord chat, they're really cool. They go in there, they chill. They're not talking about like super amazing strategies about Earth 2. I mean, sometimes they are, but a lot of times like, hey man, what's for dinner? How was work today? It's just chill. I like them. So moving on, before I get to the Q&A, I did want to go over Veve's Superman drop. We've had like 4 or 5 Batman drops. We had a bunch of DC drops in general, which is cool. I like DC. DC's fun. The comics are very, very good. I actually like the DC comics better than the Marvel comics. That being said, I like the Marvel Cinematic Universe better than the DC Extended Universe, but Superman, like the OG, the original, like the one that everyone wanted to be when they were younger, is like it's a bird, it's a plane, Superman, is dropping on Thursday. I don't know how many figures are going to be. I don't know how much they're going to cost, but this is the first Superman drop. Even though this is not in season 1 of the VV drops, the VV NFTs, it is the first appearance of Superman. So if for those people that are making VV movies that are just doing like the stop motion movies, whatever, you could have a Batman v Superman mini movie with NFTs. You could have Harley Quinn in there. So again, I'm very, very excited, and this is the first of many, not of just Superman, but just of DC in general. So I don't know what action figures are going to be. They're going to be modeled after. If they are going to be modeled after action figures or collectibles, or they're just going to make one just of their own. But that's something that, again, with Omi still at under 0.0022 cents, it's at like 0.00214 or 0.002 something like that. Well, it's under 1/4 of 1 penny. So that's something that I was like, okay, yeah, this is something that definitely needs to be heard. It definitely needs to be what do you call it? Taken advantage of because again, it's the first appearance. So just the collectibles in general will be worth a lot, but the Omi burn will be real. We had over 2 million Omi burned yesterday, and I'm still waiting to see how much they're going to leave on the table before they go to Immutable X and the Ethereum blockchain. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, questions. Alone, what's going on? How you doing? Victoria Jean Pascal, howdy and smooches. You're my bae. I love you. Nisa Games says, meow, brother. Comments for the YouTube algorithm. Oh, thanks, Nisa Games. Ninista says, hello. Why, hello, Nista. Right, Nista. All right. Nisa Games says, says, hey, smooches. I love it when my friends all get together and they comment and friends. Rye-hop. Yeah, I don't know if I said rye-hop. Still, I only woke up 15 minutes ago, so still a little sleepy. Pata333 says, what's up, Randy? How's the party? The party was insane. It was my friend's 41st birthday party on Saturday. So he got a food truck, and I had a lobster roll, I had a burger, and I had a grilled cheese. And I was going to get a falafel, but then the food truck was only there for a certain amount of time, or it had like ran out of food or whatever, because we were going hard. And it left. I was like, oh man, it left. So then we just got ice cream, and I was like, oh yeah, it was so good. Instacart is great. People just be going shopping for you and getting what you want. I had this Godiva chocolate and Bailey's Irish cream, and it just tasted like, oh, it was like a milkshake. It was so good. Had that, and then again some Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds for the for that party. So after the party, for those of you that don't know, I went live on late Saturday night, early Sunday morning at like I don't know, like 12:30 at night, and I went live for like 3.5 hours. And then the only reason I left was because my battery was at like 12%. So I left for an hour. Um, my friend McTheany called me, and we had a like half-hour conversation. He's a veteran brother of mine. And then afterwards, like, oh, I just call some people. So I called my friend Wolfgang after that. So I spent a half hour on the phone with each of them, and then I went live for another hour and a half. So I was spending like 6 hours just talking, and I was just like, oh man, I need to go to bed. I need to not talk for the rest of the day. It was a good time. What's up, Nicole Smith? How's it going? Have you heard the SEC is coming after meme and NFT tokens? I have. They do have a lawsuit, or I guess a case against XRP. Part of the reason they have the case against XRP, and I don't know about other meme coins, maybe Doge, but part of the reason they have XRP is because the company Ripple that makes XRP, that has it, is it's a good company. Ripple is a good company, and a lot of things can happen with them, but they don't need XRP. XRP is not decentralized. It is completely centralized by Ripple, and that's why I don't advocate buying it. That's why I'm not buying it, even though it's very, very big. It's like one of the top 10 coins. Well, people have it because Ripple is a very good company, and they associate XRP with Ripple, but it's not centralized. It's not decentralized at all. It's completely centralized. If the SEC comes after meme coins like, excuse me, if they come after meme coins like Shiba or Beeb or Elon Doge, something like that, I understand that. Even though me as like libertarian, independent, hate big government, I was like, yeah, like go to hell. I hate the, what do you call it? I hate that because it's wrong. They shouldn't be regulating stuff that we want to trade, but at the same time, it's like, okay, these poop coins that people are losing a bunch of money on because they pump and dump, and oh my god, I understand. I hope it's just meme coins that actually don't do anything, that aren't attached to a project. Even Doge, again, not attached to a project. Elon Musk is supposedly working with them to make him better. I hope it is. But I can't advise investing in Doge either. But I don't think that would have anything to do with OMI or Ethereum or any coin that's attached to a real project. But I will look into that, seeing exactly what they're doing. Torjin Pascal says Bitcoin affects OMI, but can you explain a little more in depth the mechanism? Well, I don't know what you mean by mechanism, but Bitcoin and other altcoins form a symbiont circle. What happens to one Bitcoin usually affects the other. So as Bitcoin went from like 65,000 down to 30,000, you saw OMI go from 0.008 or like a penny down to 0.0016. It took like a 90% haircut. It's like, oh my God. And then it just hasn't recovered yet. Bitcoin right now has gone from 30,000 up to 40,000 as of this morning, like 20 minutes ago, right before I made this. And I was like, okay, well, this is something that's interesting because you have that had a resistance of like 39,000, because it would reach like 37, 38,000, it would go back down again. So it broke that previous resistance. Now it's reaching another high. I think it'll continue to break through. Crypto summer, baby. Again, you had something that really shouldn't even affect Bitcoin that much, is Elon Musk saying we'll start accepting Bitcoin again as soon as clean energy happens. But again, that shouldn't affect Bitcoin that much, but it is because it's Elon Musk. But I don't see too many people using Bitcoin to buy Tesla. I just don't. If they are, I don't think it would be an amount, excuse me, that's great enough to go and buy a Tesla vehicle. I don't see that, or not enough to move the market. Yes, when Tesla acquires Bitcoin, they don't convert it to dollars. They just put it on their balance sheet, which is great, and they hold it. But I don't see so many people paying for Teslas with Bitcoin that it moves the market. I just don't see that. Stuff that should have moved it is like when El Salvador said, hey, this is now legal tender in our country. That should have moved it, because that creates the setting up of the domino effect for other countries to do that. And again, as that happens, Bitcoin will go through the moon, and so will other altcoins, meaning specifically OMI. So I'm very, very excited about that. Omi Homie Mike Jack says, do you think Superman will be ultra rare? So what's up, Randy? I hope so. I hope they have common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, or maybe because of the first one, maybe they'll do 5 common, uncommon, rare, secret rare, ultra rare. I know sometimes drops have like 2 commons or 2 uncommons, something like that. But yeah, either way, I hope there's an ultra rare as well. I've never received an ultra rare. I very much want one, very, very much. So I'm hoping one of these days I'll get one. The road to ultra rare. And again, Raythax, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. That was for the explanation of the E2 trading cards, which I think very good long-term investment, very undervalued. And we got Nick Fingar saying, good morning, how's it going? These games says, thanks for supporting the Lone Wolves, brother. Much love. Absolutely. You guys are awesome. They're pretty chill. Nick Fingar says, have you played Coin Hunt World yet? It's something to do when you're in an Uber. Ooh, I haven't. I was just in an Uber on Saturday because, again, I was drinking. So as I was drinking, well, I wasn't drinking beforehand, but I had a bunch of alcohol. I knew I was going to be drinking. All right, let me take an Uber there, get Uber ride back. But I didn't get an Uber ride back. I had a conversation with this guy, Paul. And this guy, Paul, he's such a cool, he actually told me about Assault something. It's about going over all of these speed run records and speed runs in the world. They do like a documentary on who has the fastest speed run for this game and this game. And so it's made like a movie, like an actual documentary. It's really cool. And I was going to watch that all night, but I didn't. I got so excited when I was talking to him because at the party, me and him and other people were talking about just like old school X-Men collectibles and old school Ninja Turtle action figures, and and I was telling him like I'm so glad I found other nerds like you here at this party because I have something to show you. And I was showing him the Veve app. I was showing him like these are collectibles that, and I wasn't at the time I had to log in like because Veve was doing maintenance on the app. It's like, oh man, I'm showing some not so cool things right now. So I had to log in. It was like, okay, finally. And it was like, and they're like, oh, this is really cool. Yeah, like I felt like I was doing the Lord's work. I was like, this is something that I 100% believe in long term because we were talking about other stuff we had when we were younger and things got broken where you touch the arm and Wolverine's claw pop out and just things like that. It's like, yeah, they don't pop out anymore. They're popped out permanently and they don't retract. And it's like, yeah, well, these collectibles, you don't have to worry about that. Kids throwing Pokemon cards everywhere. You don't have to worry about that. You only have to worry about how much they cost and buying them because these can never be destroyed, and it's just so beautiful. Yeah, and they were really excited about it. And then I told them about Earth 2, and one guy wasn't really interested. Paul was like, yeah, you remember, apparently Nintendo, I didn't even know this, they released something, not the Power Glove, but it was something that they were trying virtual reality in 1995. And I didn't even know that because again I was a kid in 1995. I had the NES. My cousin had Super Nintendo. I had the Nintendo 64. But 1995, I did not know. I did not recognize that they were trying virtual reality and failed. So when I brought to him the virtual reality idea of Earth 2, he's like, oh, and just explaining what it was and saying what we can do now. And he's like, okay, so be patient and it'll be a fun game. It'll be a fun game to start, and then the people who have been playing for years, when that big virtual reality, that big, what's that called, a Ready Player One type of thing comes to fruition. I was like, yeah. And then we went from Ready Player One back to Veve. I was like, yeah, both of these companies got their inspiration from that, and it was so cool. And again, a lot of people that are playing that are interested in Veve and Earth 2, late 20s and up. And again, kids are interested as well, but they like it because collectibles. They like it because Ready Player One. But this is going to go so much farther than a lot of other poop coins and a lot of other games, just because you have people with adult jobs that are able to throw in that expendable income of $1,800 a month into it. And yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Hey, Pata333 says the Uber stream was so funny. I lulled so hard when one comment popped up and said, "Wear a black mask if you're getting it." Yeah, so I don't even remember that. Yeah, I streamed for like 8 minutes or whatever in an Uber, and everyone's like, why are you wearing a mask? Why are you wearing a mask? And I was like, well, I don't know about other states, but in New York, you still have to wear a mask in an Uber. And they're like, oh, okay. And then someone's like, wait, are you driving? I was like, no, I'm not driving. I'm not, no. And someone said, wear a mask if you're being kidnapped. It's like, come on, guys. Like, this is, so yeah, that was pretty fun. Good memory, Pato. Vasil Singh says, how do you invest/flip Pokemon cards? Oh, all right. So what I look at a lot of times is the sales data, or I'll go over sold listings on eBay that say, okay, well, this card sold for this much, this card sold for this month, and this is a very long process. But I go on and I take a look at PokemonPrice.com is really good also, and it shows you, okay, PSA 10s, what were the last like 5 or 10 of those cards. Normally, I specialize in first edition WotC Hollows, WotC meaning Wizard of the Coast, or you can think about it in from base set through the Neo Destiny set, because those are the only sets that have the first edition, with the exception of a Legendary Collection and base set 2. I don't really touch those, but yeah, base set through Neo Destiny, they have the first edition stamp. After that, there's no more first edition stamp. So first edition hollows are what I specialize in. And basically, you see that the PSA 10s sell for anywhere from 5 to 8 times what the PSA 9s sell for. And the 9s usually sell double of what the 8s sell for. 8s usually sell for double of what the 7s sell for. And if there's the PSA 10s will, in extreme cases, sell for 10x what the 9 sells for. And in lower extreme cases, only 3x what the 9 sells for. But if you go above that, above those parameters, where if the 10 is selling for 15 or 20x of what the 9 sells for, you know that 9 is super undervalued. Or if the 10 is only selling for 1.5 or double of what the 9 is selling for, you know the 10 is undervalued. Except for cases of shining Pokemon, like Shining Charizard, Shining Celebi, Shining Mewtwo. Those are usually only about double of what the PSA 9s are, just because that's just the way they are. They're a bit easier to grade. All right. So yeah, I look at that and then I buy what's undervalued. Yeah. Nick Fingar says, it's like Pokemon Go, but you get little pieces of Bitcoin and ETH. Wait, so really? Wait, so Nick Fingar saying that the coin hunt world is like Pokemon Go, but you get little piece of Bitcoin ETH? That is, oh my god, that's insane. I'm going to go for a run right now, and I'm going to go after this. One Ship says, what's up, Randy? How's it going, One Ship? How you doing? Just doing my thing, man. I'm just streaming. Can't wait. I'll be streaming for about another 40-ish minutes, because I think Aria Realty is going live at 11:15, so I don't want to take away from him. Andre Gaming says, do you really think that E2 game engine will be good? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just based on what they've shown already, it looks really cool. Now, granted, they're just showing that they themselves playing the game, via a buggy or being whatever. They haven't shown the game with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of people. So they're gonna have to fix everything. Maybe get a big warehouse with servers at some point, because this game could support millions of people, or it could have the potential to have millions of people interested in the game. So that's like, okay, well, that's, yeah, they're probably going to need to get bigger first before that happens. But yeah, absolutely. One Ship says, just grabbed another 500,000 OMI last night. Congrats on that. Yeah, I think OMI will change a lot. The same way that, but OMI will change lives a lot quicker. Because again, if you put in even, let's say, $2,000 right now, or just get a million OMI, it takes what, $2,200, $2,300 to get a million OMI. When that reaches 10 cents, I hypothesize by the end of the year it'll reach 10 cents. But even if it doesn't do until next year, 10 cents, yeah, that's $100,000. $100,000. And that's life-changing money. Like, I'm in it for the long haul. I want like hundreds of millions. I want tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, or at least 9 figures. But yeah, $100,000 for a lot of people is. Some people just never get that. Some people don't even try. Some people just they accept the fact that their life is like life of mediocrity, life of just no, that $100,000 can literally change your life. It can help you retire early. It can help you just yeah, I had just a big, huge live stream the other day of just talking about like, listen, guys, you don't have to wait for OMI. You don't have like, even if you don't invest, if you don't invest in Bitcoin or OMI or Earth 2, let's say you're like in credit card debt, you have a bunch of school debt as well, and you're kind of living a little bit maybe paycheck to paycheck. All right, you could still go and get that done if you just try. Like if you put in 100% effort, I guarantee you that what you're giving up, let's say you give up going out to eat, let's say you give up Netflix, you give up all these things that take up $4 or $5 a month, Netflix, Disney Plus. I guarantee you that in like 6 months from now, as your credit card debt goes from 20,000 to 10,000 because you're taking all these breaks, you're cutting down on expenses, you're getting another part-time job. That feeling you get when you cut down all that debt is going to be so much better. The feeling you get when you just sit down at night and watching Netflix, I guarantee it. So again, you can do that. You can take control of your own life. Like Joe Rogan says, be the hero of your own story. Where this is the part in the story where you are just messed up, like you don't have a good relationship with your dad or your kids or your wife, and you just think like, okay, like I feel like a loser. Thank you guys for 10 likes. And you say, okay, I'm gonna cut the BS. I'm gonna go and I'm going to get a second job and I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna start exercising. I'm gonna start eating better. I'm gonna start cutting out all the BS with the donuts and the fried stuff, and you turn your life around and you go and you do a complete 180 and you be someone that your kids and your friends can be proud of. Like, what do you want to do for your friends the most? Be someone that they can count on, because they deserve the best, but they also deserve the best from you. So definitely try to be someone they can count on. Jordan Peterson says, be the strongest person at your dad's funeral. If you could do that, then you're reputable, accountable, that type of thing. So again, even though OMI and Earth 2, these will change lives, whatever, you don't need that. You can do that on your own, but if you have a little extra money, I 100% believe that this is going to be, it's a fast track to that. It's a fast track to life change, especially OMI, because that'll just happen quicker. But again, Earth 2 crypto, if that announces, that's going to go to the moon so quickly. Faster than my neighbor Alice, faster than Decentraland. And again, why I chose Earth 2 as to promote, to play, to invest in, as opposed to everyone else, is because everyone else has their own little universe, but it's not a one-to-one makeup of Earth. It's not. No other game is. This is the first game like this of its kind, and you just have other people that know exactly. They know exactly what this is, especially South Koreans. South Koreans are 100% on board with this because they have a real reason to. They one of my latest videos, I read an interview from, I think, Ziggurat City, or the link was down below over the last couple of days. It's the South Korean flag, and they said that we in South Korea don't have really the opportunity to buy land because it's so expensive, but we could buy virtual land. Can't buy physical land, we buy virtual land. And again, in a lot of cases, as the price goes up, at least in America, there are some spots where the virtual land, and this video was done months ago while I was still working, there are places in Earth 2 in virtual reality where per acre or per meter squared, those tiles are more expensive than the physical land that they actually represent. Because again, the physical land that you represent, you have to worry about, can you build something on this? Is it on top of a swamp? Is it on top of whatever? And in Earth 2, you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, I would much rather hire someone to build a mall in Earth 2 than I would to build a mall in the physical world, because you have so much more headaches in that physical world. Whereas the virtual world, okay, you build it, you don't have to worry about plumbing, and you don't have to worry about a construction company building on time and under budget. It happens when it happens, and they're going to be under budget because they don't have to worry about cost overruns. They don't have to worry about people not showing up for work. So very excited about all of them. Junior Sanchez, what's up, Randy? OnlyFan, what's up, Junior Sanchez? How's it going? Xbox Tama says, hey, what's up? E2 is sleeping on these days or what? E2 is, people are sleeping on E2. I don't know about E2 sleeping on anything else. But yeah, like I said, I checked the website. I have notifications set for Shane's Twitter. I'm very bullish. Very, very bullish on what Earth 2 has in the next coming weeks. Maxwell Cook says, be the change you want to see. 100% Maxwell Cook. He continued on to say, any idea what the jewel is that Shane is talking about? When he mentioned essence, I don't know what he was talking about. Maybe jewel could mean something along the line of, remember in, I think it's Clash of Clans or Clash Royale or something, where you're doing something like you're getting more elixir from a Clash of Clans, and it takes, let's say, 4 hours, but you could pay a gem or 2 gems for you to take that elixir, and instead of it taking 4 hours, it takes 3 minutes or whatever. Maybe that could be with mining resources. Maybe resources takes a few hours for you to mine them, but if you give a gem or a jewel, then it takes 1 minute, and that could cost money. And if that does, that is, I'm a little annoyed at that, but at the same time, that's so genius. That is so genius, because people like some people that like me, that people that only have, let's say, 10 properties, whatever, they're big properties, but they have, let's say they have a decent amount of money. They have no issue paying, $10 to go at, let's say, 1 jewel each, to go in and say, yep, now I have all of these properties, they're all mined, and they maybe afterwards they could do it again. That would be insane if you're just paying $1 and just, it's done, and then you can go mine again. That'd be really cool. Again, I don't know exactly what the jewels would be, but if it is something like, I suspect it'll be something like that. Again, they had to, everything's going to be on the blockchain, so whatever that they're doing, maybe the jewel is the crypto. I don't know. It's fun to speculate. I don't know what it is, but if the jewel is the crypto, then essence might be used to build. Resources are obviously used to build as well, but essence, you might need to pay essence to build like staircases and buildings or whatever, and the jewel is the crypto. Oh God, I don't even know. I would be so completely enthralled. Oh my God, I forgot the half-hour Patreon member shout out. Roll up to the party like my aim is El Nino. Oh man, can't help drinking in the back of the Camino. As a kid, was a skid. No one knew what my name. Trashed my whole out. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I tried to just simple plan, but still sleeping. It didn't work. I got a $5 super chat from Raythax saying that would push the market too. Yeah, that would push the market at an insane rate. Having just the amount of money that's flowing in would be, and say that would push the tile market. That would push how much properties are undervalued, because so much money flowing in. Those jewels would be the crypto. I would be ecstatic. That would be cool too if the jewel was the crypto, and then the jewel you paid $1 for. That's a good incentive to spend that crypto. I don't know if the tokenomics of the crypto will be burned. I don't know if the tokenomics will say like, okay, this crypto, this jewel that we're getting, every time you spend it, it actually gets burned. It doesn't go back into the supply. That would be insane. That would be a very, very good idea. If, let's say, they make 1 billion or 10 or even 100 billion jewels, right? 100 billion jewels, and let's say they start out at like a cent or 10 cents or whatever, and that incentivizes people to keep them, because now you're thinking, okay, it's deflationary. Every time someone spends a jewel, then there's one less in the market. But you need to spend jewels if you want time to go by quicker and you want more resources. Let's say mining resources take a minute, but then it takes 4 hours again before you can mine again. But then you spend a jewel. No, it doesn't take. Now it doesn't take 10 minutes to do, or now it doesn't take 4 hours. Now it cools down, and then you could mine again. So that forces people to spend the crypto, and maybe when it's spent, it's burned, and then, oh my God, that'd be insane. That would be so absolutely bananas. That would cause the price to go up so much. So there are multiple ways to play it. I'm putting so much freaking money into this. And again, that's if it's like that. I don't know if it will be. It could be possible that jewel just means it's separate from the crypto. You have essence was one thing, jewel is something else, and the crypto is something different. I do like that it's like this. I do like that aspect. So moving on. George 17 says Voyager accepts $10 deposits great way to build wealth over 10 years if you're low on funds. $10 per week into Bitcoin, and by 2030, watch how much money you can have. My opinion, not financial advice. Yeah, again, I don't know what Voyager is, but even if you get crypto, $10 per day, $10 per day, or $10 per week, whatever. Yeah, it's just crypto is just a store of value. Bitcoin is just a store of value. So I can't wait to see what it does for people in the nearing future. Can't wait to see what it does for people in even 20 years from now. And we got Raythax, another $5 super chat saying exactly. Yeah, my man Raythax. Just jewels are. So again, I still haven't deciphered what gold plates or plates of ore. Well, I guess what Shane meant with plates of ore, he meant, okay, well, you have iron ore, and I guess maybe Austria or whatever place has iron ore, you'll have I don't know. I've never gotten, I would still say Austria is going to be the first place where we can beta test the mining of the resources, and maybe that's what means talking about plates of ore, plates of gold, I don't know. Yeah, these are good times here. Moving on, we got Tom Wackett says, where is the best place to buy OMI? I think the easiest place to buy OMI is on the Bit4X. You send either Bitcoin or USDT to Bit4X, and then you either sell that Bitcoin for USDT, or you take that USDT and you just buy OMI. Either way, you need USDT to buy OMI, and then once you have that, transfer over into a trust wallet, because it's nice, safe, and secure there. Yeah. Everybody has that $5 super chat saying that, yeah, Jewel, whatever this is going to push the market. Oh God, that'd be insane. So I'm going to take about 30, 50 grand, and I'm going to say, okay, it's going to be 30 grand into the crypto of Earth 2, and maybe out of that 5 grand will be for spending, but 25 grand that's going to be my nest egg. It's going to, again, make me a lot of money. Xbox Hammer says, I like a lot of your theories. Oh, thanks, Xbox Hammer. I like a lot of my theories too. It's really fun to speculate. It's really fun to go on and just say, like, oh, what about this? Just the possibilities and hypothesizing. That's what I love about this game, this community as well. Gutam Garg says, am I late again today? Well, I mean a little bit, but I'll be here for another 20 minutes, give or take. Gutam Garg says, and when can we expect a major update in Earth 2? I mean, Shane is pushing for Phase 2 to come out this month. I don't think it will. But that being said, I wasn't expecting Phase 2 until the end of the year, like Q4. But if Shane is trying for this month, again, as I said before, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Even if it doesn't happen this month, and it happens in July or August. Cool. That happens sooner than I thought it would. And sometimes they'll tell us about things, sometimes they won't, because when they tell us about things and people are like, oh, you shouldn't tell people now. So some updates are just going to be updated and they're not going to tell people, and whoever's playing the game at that time is just going to they're going to be playing, they're going to get lucky. So me, I have the advantage of, again, being retired, and I can check pretty much every hour on the hour. I'm like, oh, let's see. But up until that time, it's just anyone's guess, anyone's game. But some things they will update. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't say exactly when. But I would say before the end of this month, we might have another quick cryptic tweet from Shane. Raythax $5 super chat saying exactly. Gutam Garg says, what is OMI? OMI is attached to the Veve app. The Veve app sells NFTs, and those NFTs are collectibles. They have licenses with everyone from 3 different types of Jurassic Parks to Star Trek Next Generation to Adventure Time to everything that is Cartoon Network. So I'm hoping for a regular show NFT as well at some point. They have Batman, Superman, Joker, Harley Quinn, everything DC, Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern. I'm hoping for a John Stewart Green Lantern, because that's who I grew up with, as opposed to Hal Jordan. They have so many different licenses, and not including the ones they haven't announced yet, meaning like Marvel, meaning Disney, meaning Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to speculate Naruto and Dragon Ball Z as well. Again, these are all just speculation. They haven't officially announced those yet, but as they do, I guarantee they will over the next coming months or the next year or so. So to answer your question, Guatam, every time money is spent in buying those NFTs, OMI is burned. So right now you can get it less than 1/4 of 1 penny. So less than 1/4 of a penny is the price of OMI. So getting in now is super super early. It is ridiculous how undervalued that is because nobody knows about it yet. Nobody knows about the Veve app, and it's such a disruptive industry. It's such an innovative company. It's such vertically integrated, and you have again Alfred Kahn, who is president of 4Kids Entertainment, is on board and has all of these licenses. Right, godfather of licenses. You have people that were successful in the past with this, making this. It's the first of its kind, first to market. Every other company that's going to try to do this is just going to be in second place, miles, years behind PD. This company has won the decade, in my opinion. So OMI, I think, has more upside than any other crypto right now. Any other crypto. George 17, did E2 confirm that crypto is coming, or is it just an obvious step? I think it's just an obvious step. They mentioned the blockchain, things being on the blockchain, but they did not mention crypto specifically. But it's pretty much an obvious step because to compete nowadays, you're going to need that. You're going to need a crypto attach. Thank you guys for 10 likes. I could not see long-term success for this game if they don't have a crypto. If they don't have a crypto, they'll still be short-term success, but long-term success, I can't see it if they don't have a crypto. That's just my opinion. Xbox Hammer says, "Do you think Earth 2 has a better community than SafeMoon?" yeah, I think so. I think it's a bit smarter as well because, again, SafeMoon does have potential. They want to be attached to a game, but there's so many things that have to happen right for SafeMoon to be a thing. But and they have so much crypto. It's so much volume of it. I wouldn't get any yet. I haven't. So I haven't gotten Ethereum yet, or Binance, or Cardano, or Solana, or CRO. I haven't gotten those yet because I'm just on Bitcoin and OMI right now. But yeah, SafeMoon. If I had $1 billion, maybe I'd throw. Let's say if I had $1 million, even $1 million, I don't think I'd throw any into SafeMoon, just because I have so many other places I would put that money. Gudam Gar says, "Thanks for answering. You are the best." Oh, no problem, Gudam Gar. Thank you so much. George 17 says, "Voyager is an American-based crypto brokerage app. By the way, they have a token VGX that will explode when they enter Europe and Canada. Hopefully, like Binance Coin." I really have to look into them, George. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. American-based crypto brokerage app. Okay, yeah, all right. I got it. I'm gonna go there when I run and try to pick up little tiny bits of Bitcoin. That'll be all good. Eros Guzman, finally caught you live. Heck yes, brother. Ask me anything for the next 15 minutes because I'm gonna go off before Ari Realty comes on. Or when I get the notification that Ari Realty goes live, I'll get off and then we can go to but I'll go watch Ari Realty. Gudam Garg says, "Also, I'm just 18 and I'm in university. So what would you suggest as best investment?" So Gudam Garg, unfortunately, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know your financial situation, but just letting you what I would do if I was in university. One, I wouldn't be in university. I just because I have the mind and I have the workhorse capability where I don't. I'll just outwork anyone. Because when you're in university, most likely maybe you could work a part-time job, but full-time going to university is almost impossible. If it is possible, it's very, very difficult. I just won't do that. I would just work 2 or 3 jobs, and I would put all the extra money I could into OMI and Bitcoin, and Earth 2. I mean, Earth 2, really, you're only going to need go to Chaveztopia and buy like 10 tiles. And if you want other resources, go to other places, go to the marketplace and buy tiles for like 40 cents. And use those resources in that essence for Chaveztopia, and build something great there. Again, you only need like a quick little game that's fun, a quick game like paddleboard or ping pong or something like Pong, just something quick and simple that's easy. Build a mini game and have people go there, add revenue and stuff like that. But outside of that, yeah, just OMI and Bitcoin. That's what I would get. And I would do that because Omi's so undervalued right now. Yeah, that's what I would do. If I was 19 again, I would literally, honestly, there's a part of me that for like a month I would just sleep in the car because I wouldn't want to spend, again, wherever you are in the world. I assume you're in Europe. It said university in New York. I can't imagine if I was 19, spent $1,400 a month on rent. Like I wouldn't. I would not at 19. Like I got very lucky when I was 19. I got a place for like $600 a month because it was 11 years ago. But even still, as it's like a room. And the second place I got was around the same thing. It's just a room, and then I just went into the military. So, but that's what I would do. I would do that knowing full well that Veve app could solar flare and everything that I put into crypto goes to zero because solar flare, everything with computers on the blockchain is destroyed. I would do that knowing that and like, okay, well, back to work again. That's what I would do. Eros Gozman says Cardano is good. Yeah, Cardano's great. Hey, Earth 2 fake news, what's going on, man? How you doing? Oscar Schreier says it's hard to see it all and having no money to be part of the crypto launch. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you have no money, get a second job. If you're already working two jobs, cut out stuff. Like I don't have a TV. I haven't had a TV since 2010. Sell the TV, cut out the TV, cut out Netflix, cut out again you have Netflix on your phone, so you don't need a TV. Cut out Amazon, cut out a bunch of that stuff, and then try to get some extra money. Will only help you in the future. Sacrifice now. You're gonna have to sacrifice anyway. Sacrifice now, save for your future. Just what I did, and again for like 4 years after the military, although 4 years being in the military is sacrifice itself. 4 years after the military, just buckled down. I did not see my friends on a weekday ever, literally ever, from 2017 through 2021. I did not see my friends on a weekday ever. Weekends, yeah, every once in a while I would, and that's a big sacrifice. And that goes in contrary to what I was saying the other day, where you could be walking in a place in New York City and then find out a half hour later someone in that same place just gets shot, stabbed, and killed. And yeah, life is precious. Enjoy every second of it. But also, most likely, you're not going to die. Like most likely, you're going to live for a longer period of time. So if you sacrifice 3 or 4 years like I did, and now I can go and see my friends whenever I want. I do. I go on vacation whenever I want. I see friends whenever they have free time. So it's and I have the money to do whatever as well. Eros Guzman says, do you know what happened to Omi last night? It went down 99% on Coinbase, and Omi went down in my Trust wallet 99% for 30 minutes before it went back. I don't know. I didn't sleep on Saturday night into Sunday. I slept for like 2.5 hours, so I was sleeping hard for like 7-8 hours last night. I don't know what happened to that. That would have been great if someone bought that dip. That'd be ridiculous. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'll try to look at that. Sunlays says Earth 2 Omega lol. That kind of reminds me. Imagine if Earth 2 has video chat, saying like, oh hey, here's what I'm doing. Video chat like Omegle for Earth 2 would be pretty fun. That'd be pretty exciting. Omegle for Earth 2 chat, or even any type of VR chat for Earth 2. I'd be very excited for that as well. Taking selfies while in the warring world. Pew, 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 pew. Ah! Okay, taking selfies while you're dying. Ah! Getting stabbed through the heart like a vampire. Kujum Garg says, no, you're from India. Okay, cool. So India University, what are you going for? Engineer? Doctor? Let me know. Vishil Singh says, thoughts on Chainlink and Cardano. Chainlink is into like everything. They are into literally everything. So I think Chainlink has a very good future ahead of it. And what did you say, Cardano? Yeah, Cardano also having a very good future as well, because they're top 5? You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin. Yeah, that's like top 5 right there. So I would say it's good for long term. I don't know exactly. Again, I don't have any Cardano, when I do sell that card and I get 125 grand in OMI and like 75 grand into Bitcoin, maybe I'll buy, I don't know. I don't even know even then if I could buy any Cardano, because I want like 30 or 40 grand saved for Earth 2. So I don't even know if I could buy Ethereum, Cardano, or Binance Coin. Maybe in the future when Earth 2 or OMI goes to the moon and I can liquidate a little bit, maybe then I could buy some, but probably not. I don't know. It would have to take me a lot more money to do that. Do I have Instagram? Yes, it is Randy Chavez 5127. I think the link is down below. If it's not down below, then yeah, Randy Chavez 5127. I'm in a suit. I have short hair and taking a selfie. I was in Florida when I took that photo with my friend Wolfgang, who I mentioned. I love her so much. Yo, Vishal, great to see you, bro, over here. Oh, you guys know each other? Oh, yeah, happy days. I love that. George, 17, says, people say to diversify your investments, but F that. If you're confident in 2 or 3 coins, then go on and diversify after you're wealthy. Cavell said it best, diversification is used to preserve wealth. Yeah. My friend Mark has like 30 different stocks. I was like, Mark, and he's up on most of them, but like, okay, like you're out of all those 30, like not all of those 30 are going to be like super winners. Like they might increase a little bit. They might increase a 5-10% a year, whatever. But you're not, if you're only putting, let's say, 1 or 2 grand into each of them, if one of them 10x's, which is great, or even if 2 or 3 of them 10x's, that's only 2 or 3 of them, and you're only putting 1 or 2 grand in. Whereas if you know like a big company like Tesla or like Bitcoin or like OMI, they're so freaking good. They're attached to such great products, and that is definitely gonna be a 10x or 50x or 100x or a lot of what he's doing. They're not. They're gonna just increase 5 to 10%, and it's basically, it's weird to say, but 5 to 10% a year is like nothing. Like that, you might as well not even do it at that point. You might as well, like just to me, and maybe I've been getting spoiled because high risk lending, I was getting 30% a year on my money for, what do you call it? For Tesla, I literally like 10x my money almost, or 8x my money. On Pokémon cards, I 5 to 10x my money on that as well. OMI and Bitcoin, yes, the same exact thing. OMI's gonna go through the freaking moon. I don't even know. I already have like 3/4 of 1 Bitcoin. I don't even know why I'm spending anymore. I think if I could just keep Bitcoin, I should just put it all into OMI. Imagine 200 grand into OMI. I don't think I'll do that though. I might just keep it at 125. Oscar Schreier says, I have money, but it's blocked in real estate. I can't sell it. Oh man, that's rough. I was telling my friend Tyler the other day, I went to dinner with him, it was last week. I was like, hey, listen, man, if you go and take a equity line of credit from his house, 100 grand, and he only has to pay like 2 or 3% on it, and he just stakes with Ethereum and he gets 6% on it, like, Tyler, just do that. Just do that, Tyler. And he's like, oh, maybe I will. I told him, like, listen, if I were you, I would take out that 100K. I would put 25 grand into Bitcoin, 75 grand into OMI. Like, you want to do that right now? Go and do it. And he's like, well, I don't really know, because but staking is staking. You get guaranteed 6%, but Bitcoin can go up or down. He says OMI doesn't really know anything about. It's like, okay, okay. But yeah, if you have the opportunity to do that, maybe that's something to look into. Definitely talk to your accountant, Oscar Schreier, because again, this is not financial advice. Suddenly says, own 2 houses, invested in multiple crypto, no chance I'd touch Earth 2 scam. But Earth 2 is not a scam though. I'm glad that you own 2 houses, so you have a little bit, hopefully you have a little bit of equity into them. Invested in multiple crypto. Which crypto had you invested in? Because like I said, Bitcoin and OMI is really what I tout. But that being said, I do like Ethereum. I do like Cardano, Binance Coin, Solana, and CRO. But yeah, Earth 2 is definitely not a scam. I've already put 5 figures into Earth 2, and I'm gonna put several more 5-figure deposits into Earth 2 once I sell that card. George 17 says CoinMarketCap website went down. That's why OMI dropped. Fixed now. Okay, all right, that's why. I figured it had to be something like that. There's no way there's massive sell off and a massive buy, because there's been no news outside of the Superman drop. Civil engineering. Ooh, all right, Woodumgarg. You're a smart cookie then. Um, Big smart cookie going to civil engineering. I am not that smart. Eros Guzman, I just followed you, buddy. Oh, very cool. Thanks, Eros Guzman. Thanks for the follow. I had a lot of follows because I posted that Trophy Kangaskhan for sale. So recently they've just been going, ah. Oscar Schreier says, if not possible, otherwise I would do it. Oh, it's not possible. Okay, gotcha. Oh man, I have so many notifications right now. All right, so actually our realty is going to be going live at 11:30, not 11:15, so I have a little bit longer with you guys. Do I speak Spanish? Very, very little. I could go to like Spain and be fine. I can go to Mexico and be fine. Because I know enough where I could get around in the country. I can go and uh, I could ask things in like a yes or no format, and they'd be like yes or no. Okay, cool. Now I know what to do. But in and Russian even less. So if I go to Russia, I wouldn't be able to survive. I'd be able to flirt a little bit in Russian and just basic things, but outside of that, I can't like ask for directions. Like I don't even know how to say. I don't even know how to say airport in Russian. So I'd be screwed. I would need the flight there to study and memorize. I guess I can download an app as well. But Spanish is a much easier language to learn. Russian's really hard. English is really hard. But Spanish. Gudam Garg says, thanks, man. Good night in India and good wherever you are. Stay safe. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Gutam. Yes, it is morning here. It is like 11 something. It's 11:10. Aria Realty. All right, so for those of you that did not know, Aria Realty, we got a notification saying he's answering questions live about Earth2.io. He says that's in 3. The notification says at 11:15, but he's actually driving right now. So don't believe that notification. He said around 11:30 he'll start answering questions, so I'll stay on until then. Yeah, so outside of the one person up there that said it was a scam, I in my 3.5 hour live stream the other day, well, I actually didn't mention that. I only mentioned the fact that people trying to attack like Aria Realty or Guidebook Gaming or me that are trying to do something good in the world, I think something happened with them that they are not poor. That they are something happened to them that they had either held too much or not enough, or they weren't shown any kindness, and people were just assholes to them in middle school or high school, something like that. And now they just attack anyone because that's all they know. Like remember the Land Before Time? One of them, they don't like bully they were like mean to their kids, and they said like you shouldn't be mean to your kids. If you only yell and shout, that's all they'll be able to express to others. I was like, oh, that is good. That is good. And but yeah, that's why you have some. That's why you have some deeply unsatisfied humans out there, men and women, just people that are just they didn't have a good life when they were younger, and they just breed. It's just toxic. They just breed toxicity, and I feel bad for those people. I feel like if you show them a little bit of niceness, thank you guys for 15 likes, a little bit of love, then it might soften them. Like girls soften people's hearts all the time. Like some guys that I served with, like oh, they're never settling down. Girls soften their heart. I was like, whoa, huge change in them. It just happens. Girls are majestic freaking creatures, man. They're awesome. Nice and Easy Ninja says, hey Randy, do you have any concerns about the scale of Earth 2 as a game, bigger than any game ever? I mean, if they tried to come out with a full game now, yeah, obviously, but no. As they grow and as they get better servers, as they get more servers, and no, right now it's not a concern of mine. Right now, the biggest concern of mine is the actual gameplay. Saying like, okay, will it be fun? Will it be good? Is it going to be a pay to play, or or pay to? It should be free to play, and then maybe pay to win. But that being said, I'm not worried about the size of it right now. It's cool, and what they're doing already is amazing. They've actually explained in either the updates from Nathaniel or updates from Wolfgang, one of those two videos that I did recently, they go over how they're able to do things on such a massive scale. That's something about saving energy, and honestly, the computer talk was way over my head. I just read it, and I was like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. But no, that's not a concern of mine right now. Or two fake news says, do you want some big fries? Fries are great. I actually I am going on a diet now because I had so no I know what you mean with the big fry, but I haven't when I was preaching the other day, like, okay, you can get into shape, you can, stop eating all the Taco Bell and the fried food and whatever. All right, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna have protein shake, I'm gonna get some chicken, I'm gonna eat some chicken, then I'm gonna go to the gym later. Yeah, so I'll do all of that. Although my shoulder is still not 100%, so I'm gonna try to go to the gym. If it works, great. If not, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor and get like MRI and all that because I don't. Yeah, bad times. Bad times. Um, Sunlight says projecting. What are you projecting? I don't know what you're projecting. It has been an hour, so time for my 1 hour. Patreon member shout out. Okay. So slowly, time goes by. So slowly, time goes by. So slowly, time goes by. Madonna Day. Moon says, "Hi Randy, I saw you were driving in your car yesterday. Is it a Tesla?" I was not driving in my car on Saturday. I was in an Uber and somebody was driving for me because it was an Uber. I was not driving. That was not a Tesla. I don't know what car that was. But I will get a Tesla Cybertruck late this year, probably early next year. I'll get one just because it's. What do you have it? Giga Texas is opening up in Q4 of this year. Next quarter, we should have Giga Berlin. They're not going to produce a Cybertruck in Germany. They're going to produce Model Y, Model X, all those places in Germany. But the Cybertruck will be produced at Giga Texas in Austin, probably in December is when they'll launch. And when they do that in Q4, they're not going to ramp up right away. They're going to start making a couple of cars here and there, but they are, for the most part, going to really get into their groove early Q1 of next year, maybe even Q2. So I'll probably get one when I move to Florida. That'll be nice and easy. Earth 2 Fake News says, "You're a great human and we love you. Hope you don't take our videos seriously. We are professional." I'll do Earth 2 Fake News. I love your videos, guys. If you're big in the Earth 2 community, if you know who me and Bowl Combo and Art Realty and Guidebook Gaming are, go follow Earth 2 Fake News. They are hilarious. They are hysterical, and I love their videos are really fun. They're really funny. I enjoy that. Junior Sanchez says, "I hear Teslas, once they break down, you have to buy a new car. They don't sell replace." No, that is 100% false. There are vans that can go out and fix Teslas if you don't want to go to an actual Tesla center and fix them. If they broke down, you had to buy a new car. They would not have made it this far. They would have gone out of business. They're very good cars, and if they need a part, they need a part. You have either the van come and fix it, or you bring it to a center and have it fix it there. They definitely they could definitely replace their parts pretty easily. Sam Brent said, "Scenario: if you were in desperate need of money and you absolutely had to sell some Omi or Earth 2 tiles, what would you sell?" I wouldn't. I would not. If I had to, between the two, I just wouldn't. Because Earth 2, well, even whether it's Earth 2 or Omi, it'll take a couple days to get into your account. I would not. I literally would not. I would. Yeah, I couldn't. Like what's there is there, and I refuse to sell. I will die on that hill. I would say, like, okay, well, you know what? I have a friend, or if you have a family member, whatever, leave that in your will with the logins and everything, to your Trust Wallet, to your Earth 2 place. I would die on that hill. Would not sell. Can't get me to sell. Sunlay says, "Yet to see you roast anyone successfully at Earth 2 Fake News without looking like Dropkick Murphys." Earth 2 Fake News is hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about, Sunlays. You tripping. Gutam Garg says, "What's inside a good channel? What's a good channel to know about Tesla?" Well, honestly, me. I'm very, very knowledgeable about the company, about Elon Musk, about the future. Let me know any questions, Gutam Garg, you have about Tesla. I should be able to answer them. Tesla Daily Podcast is very good. Tesla Daily Podcast, Monday through Friday. They talk about what happened in the market, talk about news that day. Tesla Daily Podcast is, in my opinion, one of the, if not the best Tesla podcast out there. Tesla video maker. He does 5 videos a week, one video a day, Monday through Friday. Takes the weekend off. He's such a cool dude. I love him. Rob Mauer's his name, but the video is actually called Tesla Daily Podcast. So search that. But again, any Tesla question you have, I should be able to answer. Nice and Easy Ninja says, I don't give the Earth 2 bashing videos any validity. A channel called Hoeglaw did a video on Earth 2 terms and conditions, which was actually an interesting watch, taken with a pinch of salt. Yeah, I saw part of that. I just saw it towards the end, where he basically just said, and again, he's a law guy. He's like, basically, he just said, be wary. That's pretty much all I said. Be wary about buying tiles. That's it. He didn't say it was a scam. He just said, be wary. Be wary about any purchase you make. Any investment that you have, it can go to zero. Any investment. So, yeah, just letting y'all know. Vittoria Jean Pascal says, first time I watched Earth fake news, I was not sure they were serious or not. Maybe I watched the only video they were saying Earth 2 YouTubers were scammers. Now I understand. Yeah, they're funny. They're great. They have a good sense of humor, and I hope that as Earth 2 grows, their channel grows as well. Ow, freaking knee! Because they're fun. they're exciting. Gutam Garg says, waiting for Tesla to get launched in India. There have been talks about them getting launched in India. Gutam Garg. I don't know yet. They're probably waiting for that $25,000 car. Because right now in India, a lot of people, they drive scooters, and bigger cars are not really meant for India, not even meant for Germany, but I would say they're going to wait for the $25,000 car before they go into India. And again, their last project, their last big gigafactory is going to be made this year. So I really would like to see them announce 1 or 2 more gigafactories, like maybe another one in China, or another one or somewhere in India, or maybe one on the East Coast in the US. I don't know, or one in Australia. I would really rather them do, even if it's not a gigafactory, but India's got so many people. I would just rather see that. Junior Sanchez says, I'm so ready for the Superman drop on Veve. I know, right? Can we get this right already? That's gonna be so exciting. I'm really pumped for it. Just as a collectible, I want to get them. But then yeah, the Omi drop is gonna be ridiculous as well. Maxwell Cook says, speaking of podcasts, have you listened to any of the Wastelanders on Pandora? It's great so far. I have not. What is it about? Maxwell Cook says, Old Man Star-Lord and Old Rocket Raccoon. Oh, that's what it's about. All other heroes are dead. Oh, that's a little upsetting. I'm surprised Rocket Raccoon lived that long. Surprised Star-Lord lived that long also. But Old Man Star-Lord and Old Rocket Raccoon, all the superheroes are dead. Like, how do they... Big oof, man. Big oof. Bad times. I never want to be in that position where all my friends are gone. I like that. Whew. 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 Bad times there. Really, really freaking dark. All right, guys, we got about 5 to 7 minutes before Aria Realty is on, so I'm going to bounce. Everyone say, hey, bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. All right, goodbye, guys, everyone. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you, Ray Thax, for those super chats. Those mean the world. I love you all. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow.